In this video, we are going to find broken images and links using a combination of Selenium and Java. Okay, so here I am at my IntelliJ IDE. I have already written my setup steps wherein I am initializing my WebDriver. I'm using HDriver this time, and I'm applying some page load timeouts and maximizing my window. And for the purposes of this video, we would be using the Internet Heroku app Broken Images. Before moving ahead with the automation, let's just first have a look at what we are dealing with, right? So here I have opened the page itself, the Internet Heroku app, broken images, and I can see that I have got two broken image, one proper image over here. Okay, let's just first inspect this broken image. Okay, so I can see that this is an image tag that has an SRC. SRC stands for source. This is the link from where the browser will actually try to load the image. So as this is broken, most probably this link is faulty. Let's just right click on it and open in a new tab. So as expected, we got a not found. So this is what we will try to automate. We will first search for all image tags which is having an SRC component to it. Then we would extract that SRC component and then we would validate it. Okay, so let's see that in action. Okay, so here I am finding elements on this web page by using tag name. This is a function that is provided by the by class of Selenium to search elements by, as the name suggests, tag name. So I'm searching for image tag and I'm saving it in a list, image list. Then for now, I'm just printing out the image list, or rather I'm printing out the SRC component of every element that I got. Okay, so let's just run this once. Okay, one test case passed, and I can see that I've got four links, right? Now let's verify this. So in order to verify this, what I would do is that I would take these links, make them into GET requests, fire this GET request, and from the response that I get, I would extract the status code. And depending on that status code, I would either mark these links as broken or not broken. Okay, so let's write that in code. Okay, so in my code, I've made the following changes. First, I'm printing the total number of links. Then I'm iterating through the image list. And for each and every element that I got, I'm invoking verify links. And then inside my verify link, I am extracting the SRC tag from the element. And then using that, I'm creating a URI. And using the URI, I'm creating a GET request. I have also created an HTTP client object, and using this HTTP client object, I am sending this request. And then in this section, where I'm saying that I do not want my body, because I am just concerned with the status code. And finally, I'm printing out the link that I used and also the status code that we get. Let's just run this and see this in action. Okay, so test case failed. Let's search for its reason. Hmm. Illegal argument exception URI with undefined scheme. Okay, that should not have happened. What did I do? Uh-huh. Yeah, now it should work properly. Let's run this again. Okay, so we got our respective status codes. So I can see a status code of 200. Next, I see 404, 404, then a 200 again. Okay, so now all that's left for us to do is to decide which code stands for what, right? That is to decide which of these code represent a proper image and which of these codes represent a broken image. Okay, for that, I would urge you to search for HTTP response code and actually open the Wikipedia page. Right, they have got a very informative list over here. And if you look at this particular passage, you can see that 1x stands for informational responses, 2xx or rather 200 series stands for successful codes, and 300 stands for redirection, 400 stands for client error, and 500 codes stands for server error. Amongst these, if we get a response in the 200 series like 200 OK or 201, we can be rest assured that my link was proper and I'm getting a proper image from it. If it is 300, even then we can be almost sure that though this immediate link is not working, we were redirected to a place and from there we got the image. The 400 series would definitely be a failure. This signifies that there was something wrong with the URL, right? And we already saw an example of this as 404, that stands for page not found, and it denotes that the URL that we are trying to invoke was faulty. Okay, that it did not exist at all. So 400 series would definitely be a failure. Now, when it comes to 500 series, it's a little ambiguous, right? Because this is server error. So here, your URL actually worked, but there was something wrong from the server side. Either the page did not load, or your gateway was down, or your server itself was overloaded. Something in the lines of that. So if you get a 500 series error, you would want to notify your dev team that okay, this particular URI is down and you are using this URI as a link in this particular page. But as far as your test case is concerned, you might mark it as pass. But then again, that's up for debate, and I would suggest you discuss this in your team as to what you would want to do with 500 errors in cases of broken images or links. Okay, so now let's implement this logic that we just discussed in our code. Okay, so in my code, I made the necessary changes. First, I am extracting the status code. Then I am taking a modulus by 100. That would give me the first digit. And if the first digit is 4, I'm setting a flag is broken as true. And if it is 5, I'm setting a flag server error as true. And then finally, I'm printing all of these out. I'm printing the link, I'm printing the status, I'm printing whether my link was broken or not, and I'm also printing whether I got a server error or not. Let's just run this once. Let's look at the logs. So here I have with me, it tells me which of my images was broken, right? Okay, now if you're looking for broken links instead of broken images, the entire concept would remain same, right? Just that instead of searching for image tag, we would be searching for anchor tags. Okay, so here instead of image, I would have an anchor tag. And instead of searching for get attribute src, I would be searching for href. Besides these, I would also have to make slight changes to my verification process. Okay, so let's have a look at what changes we would have to make. Firstly, why do we have to search for only anchor tags? That has to do with HTML rules, right? So every navigation link has to be present in an anchor tag. That is how HTML is written. And inside the anchor tag, you will have an href attribute, and this would be your navigation link, right? So the next logical question would be, is this href attribute present in only anchor tags? Right? Can this be present in any other tag, let's say div? Actually not. That's one of the rules that HTML follows. So all href tags would be in all href attributes would be in anchor tags, and all navigation links, or rather all UI elements that would be denoting navigation links, would be an anchor tag itself. It can be a div tag that is surrounded by an anchor tag, but an anchor tag would always be there, right? So if we search for just the anchor tags and take out the href component, we will get all the navigation links that are present on the page. Okay, so next, the verification process. Okay, what changes would we have to make in the verification process? As we already saw that our prime concern would be 400 series, and within this 400 series, again, we will not mark each and every 400 response as a failure. Why? Because if you get a 403 forbidden, or if you get something like 401 unauthorized, this would denote that the user was prompted for an authorization, right? So the user was prompted for a username password, and that itself would again be a proper redirect, so we cannot mark it as failure in these cases. So what changes would we have to make in our code? Okay, let's find that out. Okay, so I've made the following changes. I am invoking another test, calling it test broken links, and the previous one I have renamed to test broken images. This time I am searching for image tag, and when I'm invoking verify links, I'm providing it a string attribute, like I'm providing it a string telling it which attribute I want to verify. So in case of broken links, I'm sending an href, and in case of broken images, I'm sending an src tag. Okay, and in my verify link, I've made these two changes. Firstly, I am using the past string to extract the attribute, and secondly, I have changed the logic of is broken in case of 400 series. So if I get a 400 series, I am setting is broken true if my attribute is equal to href and my status code is equal to 404. In rest all cases, I would be setting this as false. And if my attribute is not href, so this would be false, and this would again be false. So I will take the not of it, and is broken would become true. Fine. So this would actually give me the correct output in both cases. Let's just run this once and verify. So I got two test cases passed. Let's have a look at the logs. Only one ran. What happened? Okay, I forgot to change this. Okay, now let's run this again. Okay, so here we can see that both my cases ran. So my images data is as it was earlier. And for my links, I can see I've got some 401, but since this is authentication, it should not be a broken link. We can just click on this link once to verify that. Okay, so I was prompted for username and password. So this was actually not a broken link. So our logic here was correct. And then again, I actually do not see any broken link on this page. Okay, so yeah, that was about it. Thank you for watching this video and hope you have a good day.